Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video we're going to focus on the best class setup for the Argos. It is the brand new shotgun that was added into Black Ops 4. It was previously in Black Ops 3 and I can honestly tell you that it's nowhere near as strong as it was in Black Ops 3, and I think the added health plus body armor has a little something to do with that. So the best class setup I found was to use rapid fire, long barrel, quick draw, and stock. You could easily swap out quick draw or stock for another attachment, and then I went ahead and used acoustic sensor, flak jacket, and dead silence, but you could obviously swap out flak jacket for scavenger. So that's pretty much the best class setup part of it. I'm going to go ahead and talk you through how to use the shotgun effectively, because in this game it could be a little bit tricky. I would still choose the MOG 12 10 out of 10 over this weapon. I don't think this one has really any advantage. Even if you put on extended mags, you're going to be able to get bumped up to 8. But even then, you don't really need to use that many shots at once. So the remainder of the video is actually going to be very effective for anyone using very close range weapons or shotguns in general. Because how I'm going to navigate around the map is the same way you'd navigate the map with any of those types of weapons. So if you enjoy the video in any way or find it helpful, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you do hit that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on, so you'll be able to find your way back to the channel, because I'm all about helping players improve. So when I actually was using this weapon, I was expecting it to be a little bit more consistent on the one-shot kills. If you end up going against someone with body armor, that's going to significantly change the time to kill, because it's almost always going to be 2-shot if you're running up against someone with body armor, unless you aim for the head and you make sure you get that clear shot. And I know there's a few people out there that don't necessarily agree with the acoustic sensor because it doesn't really help with that map awareness, but I think when you're putting yourself at a significant disadvantage, like using a shotgun or meleeing with a knife or whatever the case is, it can kind of even out the odds. And especially with the brand new specialist, their little shroud that kind of blocks an area of the map, the acoustic sensor works in that area. So depending on how many people are actually using that new specialist will determine how much I'm going to actually be using the acoustic sensor. Right now you can see it's going off even though that area is blocked out. So there's two people that blocked out the same area. So a little bit new to it. They're not necessarily using it the correct way, but you can see the 6th Sense type perk is going off with the acoustic sensor. So I wouldn't necessarily use a shotgun on any map against any players, but what I noticed is particularly when I was going against really good players, what they would do is in the first match I'd probably do really well. Maybe I'd go like 27 and like 5 or something like that. But then in the second match, you'd always see the players start to adjust. So they wouldn't actually go into tight areas. They would kind of like learn from the previous match. So a lot of times I had to go into a new match. And that's one of the things that's tricky with the shotgun. You're pretty much only going to be able to use it one match, and then you got to move on to a new lobby because the enemies will start to figure that out. And I think it takes a lot of skill to run a shotgun effectively. Obviously, if you're just running around, barely going even, that's not really that much skill involved. There's different routes you got to go ahead and purposely go through when you're actually trying to go on a longer streak. You can see I'm kind of sticking to the outskirts here. I kind of post up in an area where I know the acoustic sensor will go off. That should have been a one-shot kill. Maybe I was partially off, but I was able to finish the guy off because he wasn't able to land all his shots. So right here, I know this is a hot spawn. Until one of my teammates spawns in this area, I know whether or not I can push out of here. This is actually a flawless gameplay. I end up going 37-0, which you'll see how it kind of plays out. Some of the areas I got to play a little bit slower, but you could only get as many kills as the lobby will allow. What I mean by that is if enemies are not rushing into these tighter areas, it makes your job that much more difficult. If your teammates aren't getting UAVs to give you that map awareness, it gets a little bit tricky. So now I can see that the guys are down below. I was able to take that guy out. I know another one's creeping up. I'm going to pre-aim him. I shot him there, but didn't get the kill, and then I go ahead and finish him off. So you'll see for the most part, I've kind of stuck to the outside of the map, which is what I would generally do with pretty much any weapon. But those longer sight lines, those long little hallways looking from one end of the map to the other pretty much on the upstairs area, I'm not really going there very often unless I know that I can come around and get an easy kill. So like right here, I was thinking someone was there next to my teammate, and then I'm assuming the guy's coming around. Now the UAVs come up, debating if I can go ahead and come around this corner. I did see a guy. I don't want to actually challenge that because that longer sight line coming in from the enemy spawn will put me in a bad position. So now I know the guy should be coming through. As soon as he peeks, he gets a little bit passive, and then he decides to go around the other way. And now I can see he's coming back around underneath, and then I go ahead and land a shot there. I get a little bit of hit marker, and then I'm able to finish him off. You can see it ends up leaving them with like 5 or 7 health. So if you don't get a dead on chest shot, the odds are you will not get that kill and you'll end up dying. So a lot of times you got to position yourself really close to walls So you can go ahead and take a shot, get back to cover, take a shot, get back to cover. So it's very strategic if you want to go on long streaks with the shotgun. You can't just run around unless you're just going against a bot lobby where no one is good, no one has thumbs, no one's shooting back, which doesn't almost ever happen. You have to outplay your opponents. So right here, I'm just trying to see what's going on, seeing if anyone's coming out of spawn. I can go ahead and hit that guy from there. That range is really bad. You can see I'm struggling. I kind of creep up, make sure I hit that shot. It ends up being a long shot on that second shot. So more often than not, unless they're in that close range, it's going to take 2 shots to kill. Now you can see the whole map is pretty much covered by those shroud things from the new specialist. So right here is a great example of why that acoustic sensor is so helpful. It's giving me a little bit of information, because even with the UAV I would have no clue what's going on the mini-map. So I'm just kind of waiting. I do detect somebody. The strike team's down low, so they're probably dealing with that guy. They just meleeed him. I'm coming around the corner, seeing if I can get anybody. Strike team was shooting at somebody over here. I'm able to creep up, get the nice little kill, and I'm on a 10 streak. I end up shutting that guy down while he had his specialist available, so that was a good save on the team, since it looked like he was looking into our teammate's spawn. And then I'm going and come around, kind of creeping, seeing if I could pick anyone off, getting a little bit behind enemy lines. But it looks kind of like the enemies have some kind of split spawn. As you can see, I'm moving around. It looks like there are teammates in front of me all the way across. They're pretty much in a straight line. I'm pushing through, strike team still going in, but since I'm predicting a spawn flip, you're going to see me turn around, and then I'm going to send my strike team. And the whole purpose of that is because I know once I push through this side, I'm going to go ahead and get a spawn flip, get that guy taken care of, and then once the spawn flip happens, the strike team will be able to take care of it. And pretty much exactly what I predict ends up happening. The strike team ends up taking somebody out. I push through the spawn, there's a random straggler back there. I go ahead and peek to see if I can get a kill, because it looks like they just killed my teammate. Peek through, I end up getting the 1-shot kill, and then now my teammate is taking care of the guy in that back area. I'll go ahead and try and peek it from a different angle, see if they're going to run out or something like that, but it looks like my teammate cleared that area completely, so now we have secured 100% these spawns. So even though towards the beginning of the video I said you probably don't want to run a shotgun on any map, you could run a shotgun on any map. It would just change the way you play that map. Right now I'm running through this left side. Spawns might flip again, but I'm coming around, staying in ranges that allow me to win these gunfights. You can see my teammate took that guy out. Spawns are flipping, so there is going to be someone on this side. I'm seeing if I could peek it really quick, then I'm rotating back. The spawns are kind of wonky. They keep flipping back and forth because of the way the teammates keep positioning. So I tried to hard anchor that one, and it still flipped. Guy's coming up. I end up taking him out, able to pull that little shock drone away. And now it looks like there's still a split spawn. Looks like there's 2 guys over here. And if you look at the UAV when it passes, it looks like there's 2 guys on the opposite end of the map. And that guy, it looks like my teammate's going in there. I did pick up another weapon just in case. And then I go ahead and come around, and teammate ends up throwing the tomahawk at the guy. Looks like he's AFK, decided to leave the match. Now I'm pushing back through, and it's a long walk to the other side again, because this is a very large map. And then I do see a couple guys pinched over here on the right hand side. Push through with my teammates, and now it looks like a majority of the enemies are on this side of the map. So I go ahead and come down, seeing if I could pick off any kills. I peek this really quick, and it looks like some guy's shooting over there. But since the entire team pushed to the other side of the map all at once, you can see that the spawns flipped again. They have that little dark shroud, but because I got the acoustic sensor, I'm able to detect where enemies are. And I'm trying to time this flank because I want to shoot a couple people in the back. That guy I'm not going to go ahead and engage with. I go ahead and back off, get out of there, and then I'm debating, okay, do I need to push up? Is the guy going to challenge me? Whatever the case is, and then I decide, okay, let me go ahead and push around. Now I can push around a little bit more. But what ends up happening is too many teammates came around this way. I could push through and see if I can clean up a kill. So right here, it looks like a guy just got killed on the right. I'm pushing through on this left, and I really end up struggling to find people. So I don't know if enough people left or whatever the case is, but I end up going flawless with the shotgun. A little bit slower gameplay than I'd like. But if you did enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button. If you're brand new around here, hit the red subscribe button with notifications on so you'll be able to find your way back. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.